Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to Rev Sports. And we are back with another pre-match show here. It's LSG Lucknow Super Giants taking on the Sunrisers Hyderabad in Lucknow, and it's going to be a must-win game for Lucknow Super Giants, who and on at this point in time are on the verge of either going into the playoffs or on the brink of exiting this tournament with 12 points, 10 points around that. But joining me is Bharat Ramraj, Snehasis Mukherjee, and Shamik Chakraborty. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. I mean, it's obvious. My first question, Shamik sir, it's going to be a very obvious question. LSG, a very depleted side because of the injuries that they have taken on. Mayank Yadav has been sidelined. Akashdeep, even though he has came back from injury, doesn't seem the best. It's only Avesh Khan who has been leading. Shardul Thakur has faded away from the starts that he had given in the initial phase of the tournament. It's a must-win game. How do you see this match going on? Because their batting is also starting to falter now.
Yeah, you rightly mentioned the injuries. Naman, injuries definitely played a part as far as their campaign is concerned. But I think that their biggest problem, I mean, uh, they uh, they put all their eggs in one basket. Rishabh Pant, 27 crore, and he didn't perform. He didn't perform. What is his average going like? Has to be less than 20, something like that. So he has been a massive, massive letdown. Maybe, see, Rishabh Pant has never been a player who inspired that much of confidence in white ball cricket. He has his limitations when the field is spread out, but still, auction dynamics sometimes, force uh, a franchise to go for a player, go all out for a player, and LSG went for Rishabh Pant because they let go of KL Rahul and they needed a captain. And Rishabh Pant captained the team well, um, but especially in patches. But he has been a massive letdown, and not opening the innings or coming at number three also. Rishabh Pant to get out of the rut. Rishabh, I expected Rishabh Pant to bat up the order in the sense opening the innings to take the advantage of field restrictions during the power play. That didn't happen. And another thing is that they relied heavily on David Miller as a finisher. And David Miller also didn't quite turn up in this IPL as a finisher. So these were the two major impediments. And another major letdown was Mayank Yadav. They retained Mayank Yadav. But Mayank Yadav, as it turned out, he proved to be a shrinking violet. He can, he basically he has been walking wounded all the time, and it's unfortunate. He's still a young cricketer, but Mayank Yadav, and even when he was bowling this term, he was bowling sort of medium pace because he was fearful of going full throttle, and even after that, he broke down. He broke down, so that was a mistake. They still mathematically they are not out of the competition yet. It is a must-win game for them, LSG. But Sunrisers Hyderabad, Travis Head will not be there. But if Sunrisers Hyderabad win this game, it is sort of done and dusted for LSG.
It might be, but they still have the faintest of hopes of getting into the
Yeah,
playoffs. They have
theoretically.
that, and they might be banking on that too. I mean, as a motivation to fight today against this SRH side that is already out, a team that was believed to be a playoff contender from the beginnings. Snehasis, I'll come to you now. LSG. We'll talk about LSG before because they are the focus today. SRH is already out as I said, but LSG, a team that has been, I mean, in the beginning was banking on their batting. They never were able to bank on their bowling, but it kept delivering at points. Avesh Khan, Shardul Thakur, Prince Yadav as well. But about their batting, their middle order has also started to falter. Rishabh Pant doesn't have the belief in himself that you must hope to see in a captain. Your thoughts on their batting?
I think if you see the way LSG started their campaign, I think it was all Nicholas Puran. I think Nicholas Puran, the way he started the campaign, he was just smashing all the bowlers, all around the park, and that was, and somehow, some help from the bowling unit like Shardul Thakur coming and taking wickets with the new ball, and then Avish Khan, picking up wickets in crucial situations, and that's how LSE managed some wins at the start of the tournament. But as the tournament progressed, their batting fails, and obviously Nicholas Puran lost the way. If you see the last 4 5 innings, he didn't get the start. So I think that affected a lot, and obviously when you uh, depends on a single batter in a tournament like IPL, it is bound that you will fail at one time. Yeah, it can happen before the playoffs or maybe in the playoffs. But for LSG, it has happened very much earlier than the playoffs. But I think one positive for LSG has been, I think, lately the form of Aiden Makram. I think he has been good as the tournament has progressed. I think he has scored some run. But the problem is that again he left. They left with only one batter. When Makram performing now, there is no one to support him. No, not like Puran is coming to support him, or not like Mitchell Marsh is scoring runs. So that's a problem. And with the middle order, obviously, as Shamita said, I think Rishabh Pant has been the biggest letdown. Obviously, as keeper, I think he has some good game, but as a batter, he has been horrible. It has been a horrible season for him. And when you and the other batters like Abdul Samad and all, they have come up with some little bit of contribution here and there, but there is no such consistency that you can bank on. I think Ayush Badani has a decent season. I will say he has tried his best, whatever he can do. But still, again, the problem is that any batter who is going for runs, who is scoring runs, they are not getting help from the other end. I think that is being the most uh, that is being the problem for LSE this season. And right now, as you said, that all these remaining 3 games are must-win games for them. Whatever the chances they have left for playoffs. So hopefully against the SRH, they are already knocked out of the tournament. So hopefully against SRH, they will come good and hopefully gain a win. But it will be difficult for them to get a place in the playoff.
It is very difficult. Shamik sir, you are on mute if you want to add a point.
Yeah. Naman, just one more thing about LSG. If you look at their bowling, even today itself, a depleted squad, today itself, you will see Shardul Thakur, Ravi Vishnai, Prince Yadav,
Yeah.
Digvesh Rathi, Avesh Khan as an impact sub. Now, Avesh Khan is the biggest liability. Whatever he does, he drops catches, he concedes runs on the field. So even if you are bringing on Avesh Khan as a wicket taker or as a frontline bowler, you run the risk of, surrendering the advantage through his fielding. So these are the loose ends. These are the loose ends that probably has cost LSG the season. I'm not saying that it has cost LSG the season because they still have a chance to qualify for the playoffs, but it looks unlikely.
Unlike LSG, we have a power pack panelist today. Before I go to Weber, Bharat sir, your thoughts on Rishabh Pant? He seemed quite frustrated and agitated against Punjab in their last game in Dharamshala. He looked frustrated. He didn't seem the person that you see him like in Test cricket. Let's, for example. But yeah, I mean, what do you think is going on with him? How do you see him? I mean, after a 10-day gap, how do you see him performing now?
See, for starters, if you don't do well over a period of time, if you don't do well over 3, 4, 5 games, then you'll be mentally down. So, obviously, at present, is definitely it's not mentally up to it. That's what I would say, because you start to feel that nothing is going right for me. Maybe this format is not meant for me. All these things will come inside your head, even if you are mentally the strongest going around, even if someone is Muhammad Ali or whoever it is, it will still affect you mentally. So that is one part. The second part, as I've already noted a couple of times, Rishabh Pant is tailor made for Test cricket, not exactly T20 cricket. Even 5 years ago, if someone had asked me, I would have said the same. Because I always feel that he's someone who's much better, much better when it comes to playing against attacking lines, against attacking lens and attacking fields that you see in Test cricket. If you notice, Australia tried to have this in and out fields in the BGT Trophy, and that really worked well against him because he was caught sometimes at fine leg, sometimes maybe at long gone or on those lines. So this kind of fields really worked well against him. So I think he's a much better Test cricketer. Not saying that he can never succeed again in T20 cricket, because if he comes at the top of the order, maybe in the power play, when he's mentally up to it, when he's mentally feeling better, then he might get a flurry of boundaries away, and he might be something like 40 or 15 balls or 20 balls in the power play. But I'm not very sure going forward, Rishabh Pant is the kind of cricketer that you would want to have at number 5 or number 6. But having said that, I don't think it should really affect him when it comes to Test cricket in England. Yes, I again understand mentally he would be feeling down, but he just has to think about all those great knocks that he's played in the past. Just keep that in his muscle memory. Try to build his muscle memory. Maybe watch a few of his glorious knocks from the past in Test cricket. So doing that, he might return to form in Test cricket. But in T20 cricket, I think it's going to be a kind of struggle for him in the future.
I think we have lost Vaibhav. But coming to Lucknow, Lucknow has lost Mayank Yadav and William O'Rourke has come in place of him. Shamik sir, your thoughts on William? Will he get a chance to play?
I think he should play. If you look at the bowling lineup, if you look Lucknow's bowling lineup, I think he should play because he is a quality player. He is a quality player who has the ability to take wickets. But then again, they will have to make some compromise in terms of their batting. Now, if you look at their batting lineup, Aiden Markram, Mitchell Marsh, Nicholas Pooran, and David Miller. These are the four foreign players. So, first of all, they cannot drop Aiden Markram and Mitchell Marsh. I mean, whatever runs they have scored, they scored their top order contributed, and it was down to Markram, Mitchell Marsh, and Nicholas Pooran. They cannot drop the three, and dropping David Miller will make them bereft of finisher. So how do you fit in someone like Will O'Rourke? Because you ideally you want him to see in this game in a match where Lucknow Super Giants need to win, and to win a game of cricket, irrespective of the formats, the best way is to take the wickets of the opposition. So from that point of view, but then again, they are a bit tired in the sense they cannot compromise on that batting order with those four foreigners. So it's a catch-22 situation, and I believe that New Zealand player will miss out.
Okay, that is. I mean, I believe that they might want him to play in a as an impact sub, given depending on the result of the toss. I mean, I believe they can use him like that, but depends
Still,
on
you have
how
to
they.
drop one player, but still you have to drop one foreigner. You cannot have four foreigners to use a fifth as an impact
Yeah, I
sub.
mean, as an impact sub, if they
So
are
you
bowling
have to.
first,
Yeah, but then again, you cannot drop David Miller. They are not going to drop David Miller, Eden Markram, Mitchell Marsh, or Nicholas Pooran. So it's a very, very tight situation. To
it
bring on an overseas player as an impact sub, your your first 11 should have only three foreigners, because at no point of time you cannot have more than four foreigners. So that is the catch.
Okay, I'll come to Weber before I go to Snehashish and Bharat because Weber, I believe, will be leaving us in 5 minutes. Okay, he left us already. Okay, Weber, I'm sorry if I angered you, but okay, I'll go back to Snehashish. Snehashish, SRH already out. I mean, we have spoken on lengths about LSG's issues, but SRH, they're already out. But two marquee players that they signed this season. Okay, Shamik sir also left us. Something is happening. I think I might be the one, but let's continue. SRH marquee player Mohammad Shami and Ishan Kishan, both who will be vital for India in the upcoming series against England. Ishan Kishan is in the India A squad already. Mohammad Shami might be in the main squad as we expect him to be. Your thoughts on these two players, and do you expect a fight from SRH? I mean, Pat Cummins also is joining back this team, but they don't have anything to fight for.
See, I think at least in today's match, a big setback is that Travis Head is not there. I think that is a big setback for them because you all know how what impact he brings in that team, especially in that top order along with Abhishek Sharma. So that is a big setback for them. It will be interesting to see who will be the opening partner of Abhishek Sharma in today's game. But what I believe for SRH, I think the best thing that they can do in this last few games, that at least end the tournament on high. Spoil the party for some other teams, and at least end the tournament on high, because it has been a very disappointing season. Because last year they were the runners up. After that, expectation were very much high. If you remember, when we are used to do lives and all, we are expecting them to be, one of the top teams in the top, finishing at the top four, expecting them to score even 300 plus. But at the end of the at the business end of this tournament, right now discussing that they are already eliminated, and the best they can do, that at least they can get some wins here and there and end the tournament on a high. So I think that should be the aim for them, at least to end the tournament with some wins. But as you mentioned, both Ishan Kishan and Mohammad Shami, I think there is no deniable that both of them had a very poor IPL season. I know Ishan Kishan had hit a century, but after that he didn't look that good. And for Mohammad Shami again, I think he didn't look that in good rhythm. He conceded for so many runs, didn't took wickets in a regular interval. So I think it has been a poor season. Uh, but as you mentioned, that both are going to be a part of the England tour. Obviously, Ishan Kishan in the India squad, and we are expecting that Mohammad Shami will be in the main squad for the senior India team for the England tour. See the formatted difference, but I think at least they will be in, at least they're playing, so the game time will give them at least that confidence, that they are in that game, game time. At least that can help them mentally. But when it comes to the form, I think both of them struggle badly in this IPL season. But hopefully in these last two opportunities, if they manage to get to play both the games, hopefully they can come good and help SRH to get some win here and there.
Hopefully they can. But coming to Bharat sir, you have been constantly. Are you there, Bharat sir? Yeah, you stood so still that I thought, okay, he's stuck at this point. Okay, no, he's
I
here
was
with us.
listening to you.
Yeah. So I was saying that you have said a lot about Mohammad Shami's nip and how he has struggled. Uh, your thoughts on how do you see, is the focus now shifted to the India England series, or do you think that he might just push himself a little bit here against, I mean, in the last two games for Hyderabad?
See, I think I've told you a few times that he's lost some nip. I think that is the main factor for a fast bowler like him. If you just all you have to do is go back to the 2023 World Cup and check the kind of moment that he was getting off the wicket. I think that is the key difference. And there was a graphic. If you don't agree with me, just that Star Sports graphic that put it up. Oh, you can see that they put it up.
We
A
totally
few
agree
times.
with you, sir.
Yeah, if you, no, I'm just telling if you just put it up a graphic that just encapsulated what I was trying to say, that the kind of C moment that is getting this season is less than the previous two seasons. That is a clear indicator that he has lost that nip. See what Shami does. Shami is at his best when he bowls with that very straight seam. There are bowlers like maybe Bhuvaneshwar Kumar or Jimmy Anderson when they're bowling really well in test matches. They bowl with a slightly angled grip because they're looking to swing the ball. With Shami, it is very much straight seam. So what he's trying to do is sacrifice a little bit of conventional swing so that he gets late movement off the wicket. That is nip off the wicket. That is what he has lost, that little bit of nip. Only one game against Chennai Super Kings, I think he got Shaikh Rashid out with a delivery that uh, came nicely out of his hand, pitched, seamed off the wicket, and took the edge. So that's a clear indicator that is bowling floaty stuff. So it is for him maybe to go back and see all those videos, what exactly is going wrong. Maybe something to do with his run up. There is no momentum in his run up or load, or is it to do something with the tension in his wrists? Obviously, it is for Shami to do that, but at the fag end of respect everyone's careers, fast bowlers' careers. You see that you saw that with Dale Steyn, he lost a little bit of nip. You saw that with Jimmy Anderson in 2023 Ashes, though I know he's bowling reasonably well for Lancashire against Derbyshire, his comeback. He's got a couple of wickets, but you could see that in the 2023 Ashes, he had lost a little bit of nip. So it happens to all bowlers, unfortunately, and it seems like it has happened with Shami as well. But yeah, if he wants to get back to form, he has to just go back to his coaches, see how to work out, because without that little bit of nip, Mohammad Shami is not even I think 50% the bowler, because that is his expect that's his X factor. That is the one that really makes Mohammad Shami the bowler that he is.
He is a legend of a player, and we hope that he gets back the best he has always shown for India. Shamik sir, there's a cool stat about the two players that are going to play today. Nicholas Puran and Abhishek Sharma. Both of these have the most number of sixes since IPL 2024, and even the strike rates, they have the highest strike rates, both of them. Uh, I mean, I won't focus on Abhishek, but I would like you to focus on Nicholas Puran because LSG wants him to fire today. He has been a little dull. I feel teams have started to figure out what can be done to tackle Nicholas Puran and his form. But how do you see him tackling? He had come in this IPL with great form, but now it's just a slump.
No, it's not that. We cannot call it a slump in the sense in T20 cricket. It's a high risk game. And not always will you score the 50, 60, 70, stuff like that. Uh, you are allowed to get out cheaply in this format. But Nicholas Puran has been their best batsman, impact wise, and in terms of T20 batting. Nicholas Puran has been their best batsman. So that is one thing. But I will not read into those number of sixes, Naman. How many sixes did Sai Sudarshan hit yesterday? Right, he scored a century uh, playing straight back cricket. Okay, that was he. I mean, he scored a century in T20 cricket with a fantastic strike rate, playing with a straight bat. So that is the thing. If you can do it, you can. It's not about hitting sixes. Nicholas Puran is Nicholas Puran. It's or Abhishek Sharma. If you compare Abhishek Sharma is an established Indian T20 player now. So you expected he's played a sparkling innings of that century against Punjab Kings. I think that was arguably the innings of the tournament. But I mean, his form was a bit up and down. His form was a bit up and down. And one of the reasons why Sunrisers Hyderabad failed this time, because unlike last year, their opening combination of, I mean, they failed to replicate their 2024 impact. Um, Abhishek Sharma and Travis said, it can happen. It can happen. It was, but when it happened, it was time for their middle order to stand up to be counted. Someone like Nitish Sharma, who proved to be a busted flush. He, what is his contribution, Nitish Sharma? Nitish Kumar Reddy, sorry, Nitish Kumar Reddy. He proved to be a busted flush. When Abhishek Sharma, in a season when Abhishek Sharma and Travis said was not quite providing the impact of the last season. It was Nitish Sharma mind is now an India player. He is now an India player. It was
Nitish
his
Kumar.
responsibility. Yeah, Nitish Kumar Reddy. So it was his responsibility to fill the void. So to fill that run scoring void, he failed miserably. He is a busted flush. I don't know what he is going to do in England. He is barely bowling. I don't know how he will fare as a batsman. We will have to see. We hope he will be successful. Best wishes to him. But as of now, as it turned out, Nitish Kumar Reddy is a busted flush.
Strong words coming in from Shamik sir. Shanashish, uh, we still have 7 minutes to the toss, but LSG's bowling lineup, we have spoken about it, but at this point in time, with the bowling lineup that they're going to take in, even though SRH doesn't have Travis Head with them, but Uttar Pradesh, the Lucknow pitch, it's very slow. It's going to be very slow because of the heat waves that are going on, and spinners will be key. Their spin contingent, no doubt, is strong, but their power play has been the worst in terms of economy. No leader in pace attack. Avesh Khan, I understand he might be, but still, no leader in pace attack. How do you see them tackling this strong SRH batting lineup?
I think it is going to be another tough day for the pacer because the problem has been the inconsistency. If you also talk about Abish Khan has not been that much of consistent as well. But yes, but compared to other bowlers in that camp, I think Abish Khan has done reasonably well. But if you consider others bowlers, they have not been. And see, I think you have to give the benefit of the doubt to Rishabh Pant about the injuries, especially their bowler side throughout the campaign. Obviously, Mayank Yadav has been terrible uh, failure. I will say, because they retained him, they expected that impact from him. They somehow he managed to make a comeback, but again he is injured. So I think that has not gone as planned as they have wished for. But I think the spinners have been decent. I think Digvesh Rathi has been the most positive thing happened to LSG. I think this season. I think Digvesh Rathi has done pretty reasonably well, and hopefully he will come good in these two matches. But see, I think with the other spinners, I am forgetting the name. Ravi Bishnoi. Uh, what I believe, I think everyone will other expect that his ball doesn't move that it doesn't spin that much. It's normally googly. He is a normally
One trick
googly.
pony is best ish. One trick pony. One trick pony.
Exactly. Exactly. So I think now the batters have managed to read him pretty well. I think that is why he is not getting that much of wicket in a consistency. That he was used to take for in earlier seasons. So I think that has been a problem also. But hopefully, Digbesh Rathi will continue what he has been doing for LSG. But what you have asked, that the Pacers, I think they will struggle again today and hopefully and in the coming matches also.
I will set a point to it. If it is fine. See, I always believed that when it comes to your batting core, you pick a lot of Indian batters. When it comes to pace bowling, you try to mix it up, at least to mix it up a little bit with foreign pace bowlers in the IPL. That's what I always believed in. If you look at LSC space attack, Shamar Joseph, as you know, is too raw at present when it comes to bowling in T20 cricket. Yes, he might have had some success in Test cricket. I understand that he has pace, but in T20 cricket, he is kind of too raw and he has been struggling with a shin problem. So that is where the problem is. They have a lot of Indian pace bowlers, and most of them, if you look at the record, they're injury-prone fast bowlers. Most of them, even Avesh Khan has suffered enough injuries. Mohsin Khan has always been troubled by injuries. Mayank Yadav has played one first-class game in that second innings. He couldn't bowl, so he's another one very much an injury-prone fast bowler. So ideally, they should have had one more foreign fast bowler, but that didn't happen with them, and that is why I think they're struggling. As far as Bishnoi is concerned, see, the only thing that he does other than the googly is the one that is kind of skidder, that kind of goes straight on. So most of batters just line him up, try to line him up, and try to hit him over mid wicket because they know that mostly it will be a googly other than that skidder that goes straight on.
Okay, so before we get on with the toss, 3 minutes still. Before I get on with the match predictions, Shamik, so your predictions for the top four. I understand you believe Mumbai will win it all, but your prediction for the top four, will LSG
Three
make
have
it through?
three have already been decided, right?
I
Three have
mean the
already.
last spot. The last spot.
Well, Mumbai Indians.
Okay, so LSG is out and
The
out.
It's an open and shut case.
Sneha,
Mumbai
is your
Indians.
thoughts?
Yeah,
Mumbai,
I also
Delhi, or
think
LSG?
no, I also think Mumbai Indians, because for LSG it's very tough. Or they have, first of all, they have to win all of their games, and they have to expect that okay, Delhi and Mumbai lost their games also. So I think that is a very tough scenario for them. And for Delhi, I think they have to win both of their games. But the way they have been performing lately, I think they will be worried. So they have to play out of their skin. I will think to get a place in the club. But with the current momentum and the way Mumbai Indians, made a comeback in this tournament, I think Mumbai Indians will be the team.
Bharat sir, you want
Yeah, I
to
will
change
go
your?
with this something similar. I think I said it in one of the previous shows as well, some 2 weeks back, that I see Delhi Capitals kind of slipping, that I see LSC kind of slipping when it comes to momentum. They seem to be losing quite a few games, and and someone like LSC don't seem to have the bench strength, don't seem to have enough resources when it comes to their pace bowling to really keep winning. So I would go with same four teams, and this with the Mumbai Indians is the fourth one.
So everyone is banking on Mumbai to make it. They have a very crucial encounter versus another contender, that is Delhi Capitals in a day's time, and that will be in Mumbai Wankhede, and I'll be there. So we'll get
Naman,
back to that. Yes, sir.
Naman, you remember what I told you on the show when MI lost 4 of their first 5 games? Mumbai Indians is my title contenders, top title contenders, and I'm sticking to that.
Yes, definitely. We will get a toss update in a minute or so, but still, we have a minute to spare. Shamik sir, any particular matchup that you might be looking out for today
I'm
in
not a
today's game?
I'm not a fan of matchups. I would like to see rather from in the grand scheme of things, if Mohammad Shami plays for Sunrisers Hyderabad today, I'd like to see a good spell from Mohammad Shami because it will augur well for the Indian team. I'm more concerned about that because the England series is round the corner, and we need. And given that Jasprit Bumrah will not be playing all 5 Test matches, we need Mohammad Shami in top fit. So it's a different format. It's a different format. It's a white ball game. Everything taken into account. Whatever be the contest, if you have a good spell under your belt, a couple of wickets, that augurs well as regards your confidence. So, in the grand scheme of things, I would like to see a good spell from Mohammad Shami.
Okay. Sneshish, what might you be looking out for? I still don't have the toss update. So,
Yes. I think what Shamikda
oh, okay,
said
okay.
that on.
Before
Okay.
you start, we have the toss update now. Sunrisers Hyderabad have won the toss and opted to field first. So that was, I believe, expected. Whoever wins the toss will go to chase. But Snelsi, please continue. Whatever matchups you're looking for, and also add on. How do you expect with the toss? How do you expect this going to? I mean, match predictions.
Yes. Yeah. As SRH have won the toss and opted to bowl first, but I think today LSG will win. I think considering the form and all, I think LSG will survive at least today. But I don't know about the next 2 matches. But at least today, I think LSG are surviving in the playoff race. But what Shamikda said, I also agree. I will keep an eye on someone like Shardul Thakur, how he bowls. I think if he bowls well, I think that will be a good boost at least from mental side that okay he's doing well, at least he's going with a full of confidence in the England tour. So the players who are bound for the England tour, I think that will be more focused on this match rather than the overall IPL scenario, because we all know that this game might not make a huge impact overall IPL scenario.
Definitely. Well, sir, your thoughts, any matchup, and also your predictions for the game.
The prediction, obviously, I am feeling maybe SRH will pull one rabbit out of the hat and win this game, because see what happens is they don't have any pressure. They're already out. So I have feeling that they will just win this one.
So Pat Cummins might be seen with the glasses at the end of the game, congratulating Rishabh Pant for going out of the tournament. But Shamik sir, your thoughts? I mean, match prediction.
I expect Sunrisers Hyderabad to win this game.
Okay, so we have one LSG and two Hyderabad. Okay, but I believe LSG might win. But either way, it's like Shnesi's put it, that it doesn't have a much bigger impact. MI versus
Exactly.
GC will be the decider who goes into the playoffs. So
Right.
that's it. We know what the toss has come up with. Sunrisers Hyderabad has won the toss and opted to field first. We will be back in the post match. These legends will not be with me, but I will be there telling you about the playoff scenario, how and which team has the more chance of. I mean, three teams have already qualified, but who has the most? I mean, most definite chance of going into the top two. That is what I will be coming up with. Till then, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And good night. Oh, sorry, good not good night. Please continue.